Welcome. In this video we will see DOM inspector, one of the most important characteristics of dynamic hypertext markup language, that is DHTML, and Ajax is that they both perform dynamic modification on the web application HTML structure. This makes web application a lot faster and thus more efficient because only parts of the web page are updated as compared to all of the content. Knowing about how the HTML structure changes is the first step when performing a security audit. DOM inspector is a default component of the Firefox browser. The DOM inspector is default component of the Firefox browser. You can access the extension from the tools option of a browser. Like here, I have opened up Gmail. In tools, I'll go to web developer and click on DOM inspector. So this is DOM inspector. The DOM inspector dialog box is divided into 4 main sections. The top part contains information about the resource that is being inspected. The middle of the dialog is occupied 2 inspection trees from where you can select the type of structure you want to explore, that is CSS, DOM, JavaScript object, and so forth. That is under inspection. The bottom of the dialog box contains actual page that is under inspection. Here we are using Gmail as example. The middle part of dialog box where inspection trees are located is also the most interesting. You can navigate through the DOM structure by expanding and collapsing the tree on the left side, which then updates the content on the right side and allows you to narrow your search. The left and the right side have several views that you can choose depending on the purpose of your inspection. If you are a graphic designer, you might be interested in inspecting the various CSS properties, or if you are a web developer or security researcher, you might be interested in examining the actual DOM JavaScript representation. Each of the inspection trees has a button to allow you to choose between the different views. DOM inspector view selection. By switching between different views, you can explore the HTML structure of the application that you are testing in the most precise manner. You don't have to examine messy HTML, CSS, or JavaScript code. If you select a node from the DOM inspector, you can copy and paste it to a different place. You can read the XML code that composes the node or highlight the element on the HTML page. All of these operations are performed from DOM inspector contextual menus. It will take a while to learn how to navigate through a DOM structure via the DOM inspector, but it is well worth the time. It is important to know how to explore a JavaScript DOM structure. This is because developers often attach custom events, methods, and variables to these elements, which can reveal how the application works. With DOM inspection, we can look into function calls are structured. With DOM inspector, we can look into how function calls are structured and the event flow of the application that we are testing. This illustrates several DOM methods that are available on one of the inner frame of Gmail. Gmail inner frame object mode. All of the functions visible on are standard for most DOM representation. If this iframe is important for the application workflow, we can replace some of these functions with our own essential hack internal structure. For example, a modified function can be used to sniff for certain events and then trigger action when they occur. This could alternately be done by manually modifying the response data with any of the web application testing proxies. That is Burp Suite, which I had discussed in this course. But the DOM inspector helps automate this process. As a result, you no longer have to manually intercept, change, and pass every web request to the target function. DOM inspector has a facility called evaluate expression, which can be used to tap into DOM structure with some JavaScript expression, which shows the evaluate expression dialog box. So that's all about DOM inspector, which comes with the Firefox as inbuilt. That's all. Thank you for watching this video.